Today's National Donut Day, and I'm trying to coordinate with someone to buy some donuts for the officers there from Donut City. I was going to see who I could speak to about that.
Hi everyone, happy late National Donut Day. Apparently yesterday was National Donut Day, even though they're spelling it wrong and there's like 4 of them. We took a look at a story the other night on stream involving a donut guru, a master donutter you might say. Meet John Chan. Him and his wife Stella came to the United States as refugees in 1979, and since then he's been making donuts in Seal Beach, California. Recently though, customers noticed that Miss Stella wasn't behind the counter, so they asked John what was up, and it turns out she had an aneurysm. She's okay, but she's in rehab right now, and John rushes home every single day after he sells the donuts to go hang out with Stella and to take care of her. So the Seal Beach community found out about his situation with his wife having an aneurysm and how he rushes home every day to be with her after work, so they said, "John, let us start you a GoFundMe, you sweet old pastry maker." John said, "No, I am but a humble donut maker. I don't need a GoFundMe." So the community did the next best thing. John couldn't say no to this. They go in every single morning and completely buy him out a donut so he can close up shop early in the morning and go hang out with Stella. As a token of my appreciation for him being the man who's probably made the most donuts on the planet, I mean, he's been making them since 1979, I shot over a little money to Corporal Garcia of the Seal Beach Police Department to get him and his boys some donuts. So John, if you ever see this, I just want to thank you for making the donuts for a billion years now. And also Corporal Garcia, thank you so much for working with me on that. News! A man in Fairbanks, Alaska checked himself into the hospital, and then he pulled the fire alarm at the hospital, and then he ran over to the Fairbanks courthouse, pulled the fire alarm there, took his shirt off, climbed on the roof, and threatened to do a backflip. That is until Lieutenant Gregory Foster showed up and threatened to set the man on fire and then double tap him, so he gave up. Good job, Lieutenant Foster. Florida woman stabbed her boyfriend with an alarm clock. The fuck? I have too many questions about this incident. Was it a pointy alarm clock? Are the authorities confusing the word hit with stabbed? Did the prison shank channel make an actual knife out of an alarm and mail it to Florida woman? The article says she attacked him and he had a small lump on his head when they arrived, but mentions nothing about a cut or puncture wound. I have no explanation for any of this, and it will remain one of life's greatest mysteries, right behind how can I defend my store from a whole city, but some people cry whenever someone raises their voice at them. Why did my wife leave me? Probably because you're taking so long to make episode 6 of Confinement, bung. I'm just playing. I know something as cool as that takes time, buddy. When is the roof cream video coming out? Do crabs think fish can fly? Where does the missing sock from the dryer go? Why doesn't it just take both socks and save me the trouble? Is this its way of trolling me? Does it sit there and laugh, a quiet mechanical laughter while I search for the matching sock? Tell me where it is, dryer. It became another lid in your Tupperware drawer. God damn, that makes sense. If everything is fine, why is my wife slamming every door in the house? Why do we put round pizza in a square box and then eat them in triangles? If a child refuses to take a nap, is that resisting arrest? Who would give Patty Mayo a badge? Is lava wet? The Metal Gear storyline, I'm with you on that one. Why sovereign citizens exist? That's because people don't want to pay taxes. How do blind people know when to stop wiping? Huh. If a pro-police YouTuber makes an educational video about the dangers and nom-noms and high-velocity no-no sticks, how much money will YouTube take from him? Why every time I try to eat, Dispatch decides that's the time to send me on a call? Why does that man make so many knives? Are Pop-Tarts ravioli? Did Elastigirl have to fake pain during childbirth to hide the fact that she's a superhero? Because if not, she could totally just pop kids out, no problem. The Sheriff's Office of Butts County, Georgia is under fire after taking extra precautions to protect people's butts. Usually in Butt County, they have this big event in downtown Butt where everyone gets together and they hand out candy to all the kids. But this year, due to the event being canceled, the Butt kids had to find some other way to get candy, well, the old-fashioned way. Well, Sheriff Long of Butts County decided to go the extra step and make sure the Butt residents were safe by putting up signs in front of the homes of Butt offenders. What a sheriff. A man in San Francisco was arrested a few days ago after brandishing not one, but 2 chainsaws on a BART train. 47-year-old Patrick Bingman can be seen in a cell phone video playing around with a red chainsaw before he switches over to his green chainsaw. At one point, he even mutters something about cutting someone's head off. The person filming the incident also told news outlets that the guy mentioned something about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or how this was about to be the BART Chainsaw Massacre. Good thing Patrick was so high off of whatever the police pulled off of him that he didn't realize those chainsaws have to be plugged in before they can work. I think the most frustrating part of this video is the fact that no one on the train is even moving. I'm not even talking about trying to stop the guy, just standing up and walking away for your safety from the guy who just said he's going to commit the Bart Chainsaw Massacre, and he has 2 chainsaws, including the person filming from 3 feet away. I guess that's just an average day for these people. Police were at the next stop waiting to arrest him, and it did turn out he had some drugs on him. Midterm elections were today, and people are already being arrested at polling centers across the country. Christopher Queen of Claysville, Pennsylvania was arrested after threatening to shoot poll workers because he failed to register. He showed up, wanted to vote. They said, "You never registered to vote," and so he said, "I'm gonna go get a gun and come back." Look at this picture. This is exactly how I pictured in my mind how someone who would threaten an elderly poll worker with death for not being too allowed to vote would look. Last story we're going to take a look at involves our douchebag of the week. Very recently, you probably saw this on the news, where a Georgia police officer, 30-year-old Antoine Toney of the Gwinnett County Police Department, was shot and killed when he was investigating a suspicious vehicle. His funeral procession was last week, and if you've never seen a police officer funeral procession, it's a really beautiful thing to see, to witness the support that police officers receive when they've fallen in the line of duty. There are miles and miles and miles of police cars that have come from all over the country from many agencies to get into the procession to pay their respects to the police officer. During the procession, it's normal for police officers to block the roadways on the sides where the funeral procession is going to be going through so people can't pull out into the procession, which is exactly what Hall County, Georgia deputies were doing. They were blocking those streets so people couldn't get out into the procession. Gwinnett County Commissioner Tommy Hunter, on the other hand, pulled up to where some of the deputies were blocking the road and demanded to be let through. He got out of his car while the funeral procession was taking place on the main road, and he said, "Why are you blocking my intersection?" to the deputies who were there. He told the deputies that he was the county commissioner and said that officer worked for me, referring to Officer Antoine Toney, who the funeral procession was for. He then told one of the deputies on scene that they needed to get their ass back to Hall County. He then took out his phone, took pictures of the deputies and the cars, and then he called the Hall County sheriff to complain about the deputy because they wouldn't let him through to interrupt the funeral procession for a fallen officer. The sheriff spoke with Commissioner Tommy Hunter, who told him they were rude and disrespectful to him as a county commissioner in his own county, and they should have allowed him to pass. Channel 2 Action News and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution texted him to get his side of the story, and he replied with, "Nah, it was nothing." When asked about his thoughts on being deemed disrespectful, Hunter replied in another text, "It was an emotional day. I personally don't think he deserves to be the commissioner. Every time some fucking idiot gets a little bit of power on some board or commission, they just lose their minds and act like complete assholes to everyone else." If you guys have any opinions you want to voice to the county about Commissioner Hunter here, I'm going to leave some numbers in the comments in the description below. Well, everyone, that's all I have for you today. Be sure to check out my morning streams. I usually do them around 9 a.m. We had a good one yesterday.
Guys, I'm crossfitting. Oh yeah. Why are you breathing so much? I was watching Cops. I should do a video on bounty hunters. I did one. It's called Spoiled Mayo. Orange men make wall. Orange men keep bad men out. Boo, 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 boo. Orange men covfefe. Orange men know like taco. Orange men eat baby. You know what makes my channel different from other people's channels, especially Twitch, is I bet I have more people who come to my stream who have been shot than any other streamer. Huh? Jordan Peterson, bad. Hate women. Donut man, evil. Police racist. Donut get demonetized. My first day out of FTO on my own, my first call that I ever got by myself in my own patrol car was a dude that got shot in the stomach like, I think it was 7 or 8 times, with a crack deal gone bad. My first call ever. Wine lady good. Orange man bad. Wine lady happy. 67. 68. 69. Say hey. No, I'm not letting you go to say hey. Say hey. There we go. Like she looks like, what's her name?
What?
Spinelli.
Oh.
From Recess.
Oh. You're eating lemon pepper tuna with eggs and chili lime hot sauce.
Yeah?
You're gonna shit your pants.
I'll shit your pants. I'm gonna go find a pair of your pants just to put on and shit in them.
Great. Good luck getting my pants on.
It's gonna be yoga pants.
Oh.
Donut man, gross.
Oh.
Yeah, you cooked that food, you slut.
That's all I got for you. As soon as this video is uploaded, I'm going to be streaming at twitch.tv/donutoperator. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/donutoperator or buy some super sweet merch from donutoperator.com. Everyone, please have a fantastic day.